Hello everyone, welcome to the weekly Traders Club review video again. So as usual, we're going to look at all the stocks that have been posted past week. And without further ado, let's start with the 28th of June. So we are looking at Union Gas and Wilmar. So when we posted Union Gas, in fact, we were expecting this to be a higher low. As such, it can retest its resistance 112 and break out to retest 117. But unfortunately, that didn't happen as yet. So I'm going to explain to you more with the chart, but roughly you get the idea. Wilma, we are looking at the bottoming movement where we can see some movement of charts or price that suggests that there could be a rebound coming. So we set off with an entry price of 456 and volume to pick up. Let's take a look at what happened to Wilmar soon. So let's look at Union Gas first. So over here, what you can look at is the Union Gas chart on the screen. And what do we have here is that we have Union Gas rebound didn't really happen. Okay, so after posting this chart on the communicator, we don't see any movement higher. But in fact, if you look at the candle properly or scrutinize the candle, you can see that during the intraday, it was trying to move up to 109. It traded to 109 and it was well on its way to 112. But the trading volume isn't that high. So thereafter, we can see that the stocks continue to drift lower, consolidating between the range of 102 to 107. So the counter right now is still under the consolidation mode and waiting for the key moment to come. So when will be the key moment? We do expect this kind of volume with a white candle, okay, or this kind of candle with this kind of volume, then we may see this counter retest its resistance at 1.12. And if the counter can break up from 1.12, then we will have the next target at 1.17 tested. Let's take a look at Wilmar. Wilmar, in fact, after posting the counter did not really go up. In fact, it continued to drift lower with the descending pattern still very much intact. So today we see a decisive white candle, but lament the trading volume at this point of time. Now we are looking at 327. The volume isn't that high as yet. So we got to watch for the next few days to see any follow through buying. For the past few experience with Wilmar is that after the rebound happens, there isn't any follow through buying or no strength at all. So we got to see the next few days whether it can cross 460 and eventually test 469 level. Okay, so let's look out for Wilmar going forward. A good closing today definitely will give the counter a good chance to move higher. Okay, next, let's take a look at the next day posting where we talk about UMS and Kimli. So UMS is forming a chart formation, as you can see from here. We have higher low, and this seems like an ascending triangle. So a breakout from 149 over here would suggest more potential upward movement, and this time round 1.7. I'm not sure many moons ago, do you remember, I actually did a projection of UMS going to 154, and UMS has hit that level. So you take a look later. Then we have Kimli. Kimli is moving on an uptrend, and a rebound would form a nice higher low. Then a breakout will help it to push it to 0.44. Now let's take a look at both charts right now. So we have UMS broken out strongly from the resistance at 148, and then the counter has hit the high of 155, higher, one bit higher than 154. And right now it's consolidating at this top, waiting for the next movement. So if it can be bullish, it should break 155 and continue to move higher towards the 170 target. If not, I think it should pull back around 146, 145 range, and then rest for a bit, form the next higher low to continue to move higher. Then we have Kimli. So Kimli forms a higher low over here. Today we have a very strong rebound on strong volume. So what we can see is that if this counter can continue to move up higher to break above its resistance at around 415, then we may see more upward movement around 44 level. Okay, so if I want to use another way of projection, which is Fibonacci wave, so I can also do that. So I can actually target 44 first. So you can see here this is 436 around 44. And if this counter can exceed expectation, the next level will be around 47. Okay, let's move back to the next counter posted in the communicator. So we have AEM next. So AEM, we were looking at a breakout above 384 to fill up the gap over here to hit 398. So let's see how AEM perform over here. So AEM has the momentum uptrend, and it has broken out over here, and the gap right now is almost filled, left with 3 beat. So from 395 high to 398. As you can see, when AEM moves higher, the candles getting smaller, and today we have a doji at the high. So this may give us some sign that AMS may be AEM, I beg your pardon, is looking for a break soon. So there might be some pullback going forward. So if it pull back, I am hoping that it can hold at 383, use it as a good support, and then provide another technical entry signal for us to enter. Then retest 398 high, eventually break up from this high to go to this 417, or rather 418 or 417 level. Okay, so we shall see what AEM can do going forward. Okay, so let's go back to the communicator. Okay, next we have Propnex and OCBC on the 1st of July. So what are we looking at Propnex? Propnex is moving on uptrend, consolidating, seemingly forming a huge black pattern, and we are looking at the above 154 M3 and looking at Propnex to test resistance at 169. OCBC is trying to bottom here, and then if it can break above 1199 and stay above it, there might be a chance to move up higher. Okay, so let's take a look at how the counter performs over here. So we have Propnex. So Propnex, after posted, has moved nicely higher. So the candle has been going up strongly. And today we see a breakout above 169. The trading volume is quite healthy, no doubt, seems to be declining, but it's still higher than consolidation days. So if Propnex can continue higher, the usual way of projecting is to measure how in trading, and then place it at the point of breakout, then you can see that the next target for Pronex may be 119. Now let's take a look at OCBC. Has it broken up from its resistance? So we have the resistance at 119 yet to be broken. OCBC is still consolidating over here. So what we want to see going forward is that OCBC can break out and then continue higher to hit 1233 resistance, which was the previous support and resistance. Then we are looking at the next resistance around 1254. Okay, let's go back to the communicator. So next we have Keppel Corp and SETS. Okay, so Keppel Corp and SETS, how do they perform? Now, Keppel Corp, of course, of the merger news, it has kept up and rallied all the way higher. Since then, it has pulled back on declining volume and needing a reversal, upward reversal with a strong surge in volume to continue higher to move to the target at 598. For SETS, it needs to cross above $4 in order to move up. Now, with expected recovery, SETS may stand a chance to move higher. So this is also one of the reasons why SETS was covered. So let's take a look at the share chart over here. So we have Keppel Corp. Has Keppel Corp broken out? So for those who have been following closely on Keppel Corp hasn't broke out yet. In fact, it is still in this flat pattern with volume declining. So very much long. I mean, you need to wait. Okay, as much as you like to buy Keppel Corp, if you are a technical trader, you should continue to wait. Okay, next is SETS. So we have SETS moving up after posting very strongly, but the closing was disappointing. Today it didn't move much, still hovering around resistance. So we have to wait further to see more action come. Okay, so if SETS can close above 403, definitely it will be a good sign for the counter itself. Okay, so now it comes to an end to my video. So what we would like to look at is that hopefully all the counter that have posted will close higher, and then Keppel Corp especially is still in its flat pattern where we are waiting for consolidation. Pronex broke out from the first target at 169, and let's hope that it can continue higher to go 190. OCBC really have to stand above or close above 1203 to be able to move significantly higher. AEM, some sign of slowing down, but there's still chance for it to fill up the gap to 398. And then UMS is also consolidating, slowing down, waiting for the next action. Kimlee waiting for a breakout. So hopefully today can close for 2 if possible. Union Gas, another long awaited breakout. Okay, and Wilmar to break out today still need to have more action to show us that it can change a trend. Okay, so with all these counters at hand, you probably want to pay attention at their closing. Now, before I end off this video, I just want to share with you this as usual. Okay, so with your support, you know, I'll be happy to continue to look for more good stocks so that we can enjoy stocks like Pronex and then counters like UMS and AEM. Okay, so here on the screen you can look at my contact. So you can open an account with Lim and Tan, and then just do it online. And if you have difficulty opening account, you can just contact me. So after you open an account, you are officially my client. We can discuss anything that you would like, be it your trading or whether you have your own financial target, like to create a dividend portfolio to help you to get passive income. So all these we can discuss. Okay, so with this, stay safe and I'll see you next week.